Hello friends, and welcome to my channel, or welcome back. My name is Elise, and this is my mystical, spooky bookshelf. And today is special because I am recording this. My ear's being weird. I'm recording this on Halloween, so happy Halloween! And I'm not going to be posting this until November 2nd. Which is All Souls Day. So for all of my Catholic friends, happy All Souls Day. And yeah, so this is the last time I'm probably going to say Elise's Mystical Spooky Bookshelf, which is also kind of sad because spooky season is coming to a close. So I thought I would wear my little Halloween vest that my mom gave me. She used to wear this to all my Halloween parties when I was a little girl, so it's kind of special when I wear it on Halloween. I want to wear it to my kids' Halloween parties too, but that is not what this video is about. Today I'm going to be talking about a book that I actually liked, because the last two videos I kind of talked about books that were meh, and that's not very fun. It's not very fun to do, and it's probably not fun to listen to because I'm kind of just complaining. So today I'm going to talk about The Late Night Witches by Aurelie Wallace. I think her name's Aurelie Wallace. I love her name. That's why I remember it, because it's pretty. But yeah, it was a really good book. I would say right off the bat, if you don't get anything else from this video, I gave it 4.5 stars, and I totally recommend it. And the one tagline I would use to describe it is Hallmark rom-com meets vampire slasher. And those two are kind of married together, and it's really great. It's a great fun time. It opens with the best opening scene that I have personally listened to in a long time. It opens with Cassie. She is a mom of 3 children. She has twin boys and a daughter named Sadie, and her husband is kind of absent. He's kind of neglectant towards her, so that's kind of sad. So it's almost like she's a single mom and not really a wife, which made me sad. But yeah, it opens with her on her porch. She's like drinking tea or something, and it's just very cozy. And then Eliza is her younger sister. And Eliza comes into the scene, and she's upset. I think she's had something to drink, like alcohol-wise. And she's like going to vent to her sister that her boyfriend had cheated on her. And they make an amazing reference to the Carrie Underwood song, When He Cheats. So I'm invested. That first scene, I am invested. That was like the best thing to open with. It felt like a 2010 like rom-com sort of, with that Carrie Underwood song mentioned, and they want to go smash his car, and it's just great sister vibes. It's kind of what I thought Practical Magic was going to be like, but I was sorely mistaken. So I kind of got Practical Magic movie vibes from this book, thankfully. And so yes, so this book is about Cassie, and she is a witch, but she doesn't know it. She's a dormant witch, and Eliza is also a witch. Her family is a long line of witches, and that's kind of like the lore. It's like the 13 witch lore in this book, which I thought was cool. And the magic system is actually makes sense to me. This is the first magic system since Payback's a Witch where I actually understand how the magic works. And it's kind of like you just have your powers, but if you don't pay attention to them, I don't think they're there. And that's kind of what happens with Cassie, because I think her powers don't manifest until like the very end because she's so stressed out. Because she's a single mom, her husband's a D-bag, for lack of a better term, And she's just got all this stuff going on, and she finds out that she is the chosen one, the one that is the 13th witch. And in this lore, it's like about their whole family and how every like decade, or maybe longer than that, but like every however many millennia, someone is like destined to die. And they have to defeat this vampire named the Deliverer. So that's kind of cool. So it's kind of like a witches versus vampires thing. And the vampire aspect, if you have been to Epic Universe, it kind of reminds me of how, like, in the ride Monsters Unchained, it reminds me how Dracula is like going after us. That's kind of how the Deliverer feels. Like he's always in the vicinity in this book. He's in Cassie's thoughts. He's in disguise somewhere, watching her, waiting to pounce on her. It's very, very good and suspenseful at some parts. And we watch Cassie grow as a person, as someone who's more than a mom. Because when we first meet Cassie in the opening scene, she's kind of going through all these things in her brain that a normal mom would go through. She's thinking Sadie has practice, the twins have this, my calendar's full, I'm tired, I wish my husband was home, that kind of thing. And we kind of watch Cassie become someone who sees herself as more than a mom. Because I think Cassie, and I think this kind of happens with all women, we kind of get under this like label, like that we're just a mom, or that we're just supposed to be taking care of people. We don't really take care of ourselves as a result of that. So it's kind of nice to see Cassie come to herself and realize that she's more than just a mom. She's more than just someone's wife. She's a real person with real needs. And she kind of gets this really nice, kick-ass energy in the end. And I love her. I love her so much. I love her character growth. I really like her sister, Eliza. And it's funny because we actually figure out that Tommy, her boyfriend, Eliza's boyfriend, didn't actually cheat on her. I don't know what happened, but I take that back. I think what actually happened is that Eliza saw him in a compromising position, but it was really a vampire turning him into a vampire. So I think that's kind of where she got like kissing vibes from, when really it was someone like taking advantage of him, honestly. Because he turns into a vampire, and the vampires in this are very weird because they're really evil, which isn't really the weird part, but it's kind of like they're zombie vampires almost, which I thought was interesting. And Tommy is specifically afflicted by being a zombie vampire, so most of his story is like he's kind of like comic relief, I would say. It's mostly him like falling apart. His ear falls off at one point, his like arm falls off at another point. It's kind of funny. So it's like these very serious moments like off played by this very funny moment of Tommy like falling apart. And he smells bad, apparently. That's according to Eliza. The quote from the horse's mouth is that he smells really bad. So I was like, felt really bad for her because I know she still wants to be with him, but she's hoping that he isn't gonna smell bad forever, because I don't think I'd want to be with someone who smells bad. So it's kind of like we're trying to figure out how to defeat the Deliverer, and then how to turn these innocent people back into regular humans. And then Cassie's also trying to hone her powers. So it's kind of like, it's this really intricate, like, three-pronged story. And it really kept me engaged throughout the whole thing. I definitely want to re-listen to it. I wanted to re-listen to it before I did my video, but unfortunately I was not able to, so I'm kind of just going off my first impressions and my memory of the book. And it was a really great book because I really do remember a lot of it. So it's one of those books that really sticks with you, I would say. And it was really fun. And one other thing, there's kind of like this side romance with Cassie and this single dad, whose name I think is Ben. He's taking care of his niece because his sister is incapacitated, I think. Like, she can't take care of her kid. So he kind of steps in and takes, like, authority over. I can't remember the baby's name, but it's not really that important. But that's kind of sweet, and I think it's nice that Cassie is getting a second chance at romance because her husband sucks. And I was hoping that maybe they would reconcile, but it didn't end up happening. I think they ended up getting divorced in the end, which I always think is sad. But Ben is really sweet. He's a great romantic interest, and I think it's what Cassie deserves. So I'm happy that they ended up getting together towards the end. And really seeing Cassie kind of get into her powers is also interesting because she meets her long lost aunt. Her name is Dorcas. That's the strangest name I've ever heard in my life, and I think it's really funny. It's just, it doesn't even sound like a real woman's name, but it's a real woman's name. And she's kind of eccentric. I didn't really like her at first, honestly, which I thought was kind of funny. She was kind of annoying at first, just a little bit, but as the story went on, I kind of got used to her personality, and it was really sweet seeing Eliza and Cassie bond with Dorcas and whatnot. Like, they ended up growing into this really nice family trio in the end. And I also loved Cassie's children. They're very funny. I especially liked Sadie. She's really, she's got great energy. She's fun. She's like 14 or 15. And I think she has a really great relationship with Cassie. But at times it feels like Cassie has a hard time communicating with her children. And I know that's a point of contention in the book. But in the end, I think they all understand what happened, and they end up defeating the Deliverer. It's kind of hard to say. They end up calling him Del. I should just call him Del, honestly. Yeah, they call him Del because it's too hard to say the Deliverer. And I totally get that. I respect that choice. So I'm going to call him Del. So they end up defeating Del in the end. And it's kind of like, it goes from into Halloween into Christmas in the end. So I like that transition as well. I love books that go from one holiday season to the next holiday season. It just feels like it's such a nice little cozy. It makes the book feel cozier to me, honestly. Like, you tie it with a bow. It's Halloween, it's Christmas. You can read it any time of the year then. You can read it between October and December. So I will definitely take advantage of that, because I definitely want to reread it. And I just really enjoyed it. And I enjoyed Eliza and Cassie's relationship. They seem like really close sisters. And Cassie kind of feels like she has to be a mother to Elizabeth as well. Or, I keep saying Elizabeth. Her name's Eliza. Ugh, I'm so sorry. But she keeps feeling like she has to be a mother to Eliza. And I think that is something that we see personal growth with as well. Because Eliza, as the story progresses, becomes more responsible and doesn't really need to rely on Cassie as much. So I think that was cool too. There's just a lot of good character growth in this book. And it's not too long. It was only, I think I finished it within one day of work. So my work day is normally 10 hours. So I would say it's about a 10, maybe it was 11. It might be between 10 and 12 hours. So it's kind of a short book to listen to on audio. And I don't know how that translates to pages, but I think it would be relatively quick to read too. And it's so engaging that I think reading it would be even better than listening to it, honestly, because you could probably read it way faster than how it's being told to you. But yeah, that's one of the best books I've read this season, because I feel like I don't find a whole lot of Halloween books that I enjoy, like, thoroughly. And this one really hit the mark for me. I think it's new. I think it came out this year. I feel like I remember reading on Audible that it came out in August. So it's a new book, and it's really great. And I kind of want to read more of Arlie Wallace, because her writing style was really fun. She wrote her characters very realistically. I enjoyed the dialogue, because sometimes dialogue feels forced to me in books. So that was nice too. And I can really talk about this book for a long time, but I feel like I talked about it enough. And I think that if you want to read it, I think you have enough information here to discern whether you want to read it or not, because it's really the perfect book for this time of year. It is, like I said, opens with great cozy vibes, and if you like Hallmark movies and you like a little bit of horror, it kind of goes together, because some of the parts where the vampires get killed are very gory, and that was fun. But it was also like funny. It was funny horror, I guess, and I like that. I don't really read funny horror a lot. I feel like the last time I read a funny horror book was from Grady Hendrix, so it's nice to know that other authors can do that too. But yeah, those are my thoughts on it, and this is my special Halloween episode. And next week is gonna be more of a. It's gonna still be cozy. I'm gonna try and focus on cozy autumn books. Maybe a few more Halloween books, but I won't be saying spooky bookshelf anymore if that was kind of getting on anyone's nerves. But yeah, so thank you for watching. Thank you for subscribing. And I will see you in the next video. Happy Halloween!